So guys, let's solve this other challenge here that's very similar to another one that we already solved. So first, let's think a little bit about this problem. This kind of problem is usually solved by you apply a function in a specific configuration. And what is this function? You can think in a simple function like a sum or like a difference, multiplication, or even in the least common multiple. In configuration, we are talking about the pieces of the puzzle, in this case, these slices, that we're gonna apply these functions or one of them. In this case, if we think in two slices, we have four configurations. We can think in adjacent slices. So if we pick the slice with the number 24, combine or apply the function in the slice that is adjacent to it. Or we can think in non-consecutive slices, let's say 11 and 36. And we can think in 11, 26 or in 11 and 13, for instance, when we have two slices between them. So we can have one slice between or two slices between. And another alternative, the last one is we can think in opposite slices like 24 and 8. In this case, if we observe the values that are in this puzzle, it's good to look for prime values. So, for instance, 11. Do we have some other numbers that's a multiplication of 11? Yes, we have. We have 33. So, just by glance, we have one hypothesis here that one slice is the order multiplied by 3. So, if we search for this pattern in other slices, we will verify that it will happen again. 12 multiplied by 3 will be equal to 36, and 8 multiplied by 3 will be 24. So the question is, what alternative is the valid one? 13 multiplied by 3, it is equal to question mark, or 3 times question mark, it's equal to 13. We have two alternatives, and the truth here is we can't say that one is more correct than another. And I will show you why. In one alternative, the question mark will be equal to 39, and in the other alternative, the question mark will be equal to 13 divided by 3. So let's discuss about it. So why don't we know the correct alternative here? The answer is because, in fact, both are correct, and not only these two are correct, but every number that you put here will be correct because you can think in any more complex functions that will satisfy and we will have a valid number here. So the question is, what's the simplest one? And I will argue that both of these two are equally simple. So if we think about the order that we are multiplying one slice by 3 and put this in an arrow, we can think like this. The beginning of the arrow, the starting point of the arrow will be multiplied by 3, and we will get the number, the opposite slice. So let's color all of the starting points of all arrows, if we can find some pattern here. So 8, okay, we have the 11, because 11 times 3 is 33, and 12, because 12 multiplied by 3, we will get 36. So if we think this way, in order to other start, the starting points of the arrow start in the same side, the orientation of the arrow should be this. So in other words, the question mark plus 3, sorry, this is the 2, question mark times 3 will be equal to 13. So the question mark should be equal to 13 divided by 3. This is one possible argumentation. Another alternative is that the least common multiple of two slices, slice 1 and slice 2, should be equal to 3. If that is the case, we will have the least common multiple of 13 and question mark should be equal to 3. In that case, the question mark should be equal to 39. So this is another argumentation, and in the end, we can't say that one is more or less correct than another one. Even we can't say that one is simpler than the another one, because here we have just a function that applies in two slices, and here is just a multiplication that's just a function two, but we have an orientation that this multiplication have to be applied. So at the end of the game, the two of the alternatives are correct. And that's it. See you in the next challenge.